In the pulsating world of hip-hop, where rhythms of ambition often clash with the discord of personal reckonings, artist and influencer Clintn Adams, better known by his stage name Clintn Lord, now faces a cascade of felony charges that threaten to upend his trajectory. Accused of orchestrating sexual assaults against 2 women, the 32-year-old performer has been thrust into a legal maelstrom, with authorities detailing a pattern of deception and violence that allegedly unfolded in the shadowed confines of an abandoned property. This unfolding drama not only imperils his freedom but also casts a long shadow over his creative endeavors, prompting urgent questions about accountability within the music industry's vibrant yet vulnerable ecosystem. The allegations, as outlined in official proceedings, paint a chilling portrait of calculated predation. Prosecutors contend that Adams enticed the women to an empty vacation home on separate occasions, a location rendered desolate by the lingering scars of wildfires that ravaged the area. There, amid the eerie quiet of smoke-damaged walls, he is said to have committed acts of forcible rape and assault with intent to commit further violations. Court documents specify 3 counts of forcible rape alongside 1 count of felony assault, charges that carry the specter of a 90-year to life sentence if proven in full. This severity reflects not just the gravity of the offenses but the potential for escalated penalties given the involvement of multiple victims, a factor that amplifies the prosecutorial narrative of a serial threat. Adams' legal team has yet to issue a formal response, leaving the public discourse to swirl in a vacuum of speculation and scrutiny. At his arraignment, he entered a plea of not guilty, a standard initial stance that belies the uphill battle ahead. Currently held in custody on a substantial bail of $1,475,000, he awaits a preliminary hearing that could determine the trajectory of his case. The date looms as a pivotal juncture, where evidence will be weighed and narratives dissected under the unforgiving glare of judicial review. For Adams, the stakes are existential. Beyond incarceration, the taint of these accusations could erode the foundations of his career, from streaming numbers to collaborative opportunities. Delving deeper into the timeline, the first alleged assault is pinpointed to a sweltering summer evening, when Adams purportedly lured one victim from the bustling streets of Los Angeles to the isolated retreat in the upscale enclave of Pacific Palisades. The second incident, spanning a weekend haze, followed a similar script, ensnaring another woman in what authorities describe as a web of manipulation. These locations, still bearing the acrid remnants of January's blazes, add a layer of desolation to the charges, a backdrop of charred dreams mirroring the alleged violation of trust. The women, credited with extraordinary courage, came forward to identify Adams by name, their testimonies forming the bedrock of the prosecution's case and igniting a call for others to share their stories. Law enforcement's involvement has been methodical and outreach-oriented, with detectives releasing Adams' image to the public in hopes of surfacing additional witnesses or victims. This proactive measure underscores a belief in an extended pattern, suggesting that the known incidents may be mere fragments of a larger mosaic of misconduct. The Los Angeles Police Department has extended an open invitation for information, emphasizing confidentiality and support for those hesitant to speak. Such appeals are crucial in cases involving sexual violence, where fear and stigma often silence potential voices, prolonging cycles of harm. Further details reveal Adams' transient existence at the time of his apprehension, a lifestyle that intertwined with the very site of the alleged crimes. He had reportedly gained unauthorized access to the fire-damaged home, squatting within its confines without the owner's knowledge or consent. This breach extended beyond property lines into the realm of personal safety, transforming a private sanctuary into a stage for alleged atrocities. A lead detective described Adams as transient when we arrested him, highlighting a peripatetic existence centered on the city's west side, where opportunities for fleeting encounters abound. The implication is clear. His mobility may have facilitated a trail of undetected victims, prompting investigators to broaden their canvas. Adams' prior entanglements with the law add troubling context to the current saga. Just last year he was briefly detained by correctional authorities for a potential parole violation, only to be released following a hearing. Earlier stints included a Florida detention and subsequent liberation, alongside a 2021 arrest for discharging a firearm and a related felony charge, which resolved into probation via a plea bargain. That probation, violated in subsequent months, expired amid ongoing legal ripples, including a restraining order issued against him in the Sunshine State. These episodes sketch a portrait of recurring boundary testing, where judicial leniency met with lapses in compliance, culminating in the escalated charges of today. Yet, to fully grasp Adams' persona, one must turn to his artistic output and self-presentation, realms where he cultivated an image of multifaceted rebellion. Performing as Clintn Lord, he infused hip-hop with punk-inflected edges, his music a raw amalgamation of beats and bravado. His latest album, Hell Punk, dropped as a Halloween harbinger, its tracks pulsing with themes of defiance and self-mythologizing. In a candid interview from years past, Adams expounded on his ethos. "I am a multifaceted artist. I'm a rock star. I live that lifestyle and I embody that spirit every day." He touted his self-sufficiency in creation, from cinematography to graphics, eschewing frequent collaborations in favor of solitary mastery. "I'm passionate about the creative process. I believe that if you use your mind, you can create anything," he proclaimed, words that now ring with ironic dissonance against the allegations of coercive control. This duality, creator versus accused, mirrors broader tensions in hip-hop's evolution, a genre born from marginalized voices yet plagued by power imbalances. Artists like Adams, blending influence with intimacy via social media, wield platforms that amplify both art and access, sometimes blurring lines perilously. The charges against him evoke reckonings within the culture, from #MeToo reckonings that felled titans to ongoing dialogues about consent in creative spaces. Prosecutors frame the crimes as occurring in a post-wildfire wasteland, a metaphor for scorched trust, while the district attorney decries the exploitation of vulnerability in a community still reeling from natural devastation. As Adams languishes in custody, the machinery of justice grinds onward, with his preliminary hearing serving as a gateway to trial or dismissal. The women's resolve in coming forward exemplifies survivor agency, transforming private traumas into public imperatives for change. For the hip-hop community, this case demands introspection. How to foster environments where innovation thrives without enabling predation. Adams' story, if convicted, could catalyze reforms, from vetting protocols and artist networks to amplifying victim advocacy funds.